And we're here to do gladiatorial combat with two of great matches: Guangzhou versus Philly, Shanghai versus Chengdu. And only one can come out. It's about to be online for both teams. Jonas will pop the beat first. And Farway to probably respond with a rally. Fixer doesn't save here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But Farway has his rally cancelled.
However, on the other side, there is a rail charge there. Bazista wouldn't allow it to be let loose. A well-placed slice cleaves Jimmy in twain.
This is the opportunity now. Fury can turn this around. Triple hood on the rampage.
Everyone's at the window. Krong may well have hit the axe, but there's no bleed healing to be done. You can drain all that you wish, and Choice here one certainly starts to exsanguinate Zest. Unfortunately, too many of his fellows have fallen on down, and this should be an easy flip over in favor of a Philadelphia fusion. Choice here one will be clocked on his way in. Tango down, potentially. There's the reflect, and yes, the disruptor shot comes on in, but I don't think it can contest Avril. Oh, what a move.
Now, Krong's too far away. Jimmy's booped away anyway, and the rest of the frags would come through regardless.
On the shoulders of the Philadelphia fusion, yes, the axe isn't long enough for Krong, but the radius of the shout may well be. Reinforcing the health bars of the Guangzhou Charge, Zest looks for a place to try and put this blade, but his HP simply can't sustain him. Instead, looking for maybe a return of a Brigitte for an armor pack, but his co-contester and Fixer was slain by the other Lucio. Contestor's earning his life on the line. Oh, the repair pack comes on through. The anti as well from Fury. The timing is there. Choice save one. He simply can't find the targets. But Fury, yes, he is Furiosa, and this is a Fury road to 1-0. But Philadelphia Fusion are going down full speed ahead.
3 out of 5 members of the charge that will indeed be ahead. Choi needs a little bit of help here. Shout's been expended on both sides. And Fusion, they're going to be able to walk in off that. It's going to be a rally coming on through into the blade.
Blade drawn out. Fixer does manage to land the sound barrier. Farway just went a touch too far. Now the rally's been expended and no more armor packs either. And so it's a tide of orange which begins to move on. Zest doesn't care for the blade, doesn't care for the overclock. This is an expensive fight to fumble for the Guangzhou Charge.
It's a triple ultimate fumble as well. So a couple of extra frags on top as Garnish, really needing the rampage here as well. Low HP, barely kept alive by his own shout, but with that expended, can Charge do something of it? Zest is very much looking for that ultimate. He's only 6% away, but it might be over already because Carping's already got 2. Carping's looking for number 3, and there's just no response. Farway's dead, there's no rally. Choice F1's not going to be anywhere near a position to touch or blade or do anything with Zest. Taking it, kind of commanding this game. See if Jimmy can do the same. It's Carpe versus Jimmy, double overclock's popped.
Overclock's expended, but it's Jimmy who hits 5 gigahertz, and Choice here one is just swimming in those refreshes on the dash cooldown. All the way up to the sky goes Fixer, and this is a better time than Fusion had, Avril.
It's just better overall. It's about a minute, I think.
Oh, there we go. The rampage comes on through. 3 a hit.
Fixer
Can't get the sound barrier out in time. Aim God does survive, yes, to start giving over that health, but it's Choice Say one with the blade who cuts a swathe through the Philadelphia Fusion, and Guangzhou Charge of a surplus of 15 seconds.
One catching up on stats, that is no mistake. There's no fluke either. Krong, though, very low to start with. That's probably first blood. That's a unfortunate way for the Guangzhou Charge to begin their opening neutral. It probably will just snowball from here. I don't think Charge can get any kills.
Standing out there like a lemon. No plan, no escape, no frags, and no point A. Philadelphia
no
Fusion. True.
Just lemon,
and
just lemon, no kiwi.
Resets that he needs. Fixer needs to be the next target, but it's
full
of a barrier! No, Fixer, you didn't fix anything, mate! Oh, Bob the Builder's going to be mighty unhappy with this one. Choice C1's getting plenty of resets. His own blade's been drawn. 1,000-folded steel will fold Fusion 1,000 times over, and Guangzhou Charge hold him in the street.
Otherwise, people will take match point. Get very important fight. You can't afford to lose Jimmy. Saved by the shout. The Fusion is still healthy with 5 online. Everybody's back in now. Charge are falling apart. It's Fury and Carpe again. They got the kills before. They'll do it again. There's no responses from the Charge, and it's done. It is done. It would have been a 5-man wipe anyway if the Charge were there, but the Fusion, forget about going to B. They won't even. Now this is where you can play the high ground. We talk about them dodging out Fury's rampage. Can they do it?
Going to be the main target here down on the ground. There's the commanding shout from Fury to drag everyone forward. Krong anti bleeds on out. Fury hit his mark. The Junker Queens moved on down, so there's no bulk on Guangzhou Charge to sustain themselves against this assault. Choice here one, yes, dashes on through, but the damage is simply gravy on top of a very sad pudding as Philadelphia...
There's no beat in that fight. Fusion probably lose the fight, but now in a position to maybe get this cap on through. Jimmy came back onto a Widow, and Carpe wants to get the cleanup. Will do, off the back of Zest, and this should be the fight win now. Krong has the Rampage, but it's not going to be here in time. There's no point using it in a 3vx anyway, and Charge likely going to have to give this one up. Fusion, extend the game further.
The Widow, an interesting choice, but in this case you could see that maybe Jimmy picks it thinking, if I can just hit myself a good headshot onto their Lucio or onto their degree. Choice here one lies in wait, but Free can just turn around, whip up that axe and get ready to let loose. The Rampage pushed forward, only two will be hit. Choice here one, they can deny the blade. He's antied, he's bleeding, but no, he'll draw it out in time. Jimmy and Choice here one think it's time to turn this one around. A boot may well save Fixer for a moment, but no one's on the carts. And that's going to be Philadelphia Fusion in a little bit of a sad
team fight. Double rallies being pulled on through. It's again trying to Krong take the brunt of the damage. Jimmy just will not let Carpe play the game. This is like Lip versus Carpe from Shanghai versus Fusion all over again. Carpe sent back, fixes. Does he pull the sound barrier? The answer is no, and Charge will cap with time.
I don't think Jimmy took a single point of damage in that fight. Man's got the definitely Krong, maybe looking for a Rampage, and that's going to be AimGod, going to be the first victim. Fixer cannot save them, but Fury has the Rampage. No one's on the card! Wait, it's a little bit of a false alarm from me. Pardon, it was a little bit of a weird one from Leg Day. There's the Carnage onto Fury. We'll remove them by force if we have to. Fixer has to move on in. Can't survive for long. It's Carpe now who touches this, and now no one's on the cart. A little bit of a miscall, but you know what? It's early in the morning for me, after all. I'm used to LA. Walked on the outside as he tries to disengage us to run away for Philly Fusion, and they can't afford to give away this space because there's the checkpoint. The forward spawn unlocked. But in the end, while Philadelphia Fusion might frag Avril, Guangzhou got what they wanted from just a speed boost and an overclock.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter now. Charge can lose this fight. That really doesn't matter. They'll even tag a couple of extra members to put them back to the spawn room here. And the actual blade being spent by Zest and Fusion. They're desperate to win this fight, right? They really need something in. Even though Charge lose, Fury still gets a kill. It's a little bit of a stagger on a choice that you respect. Okay, well, yeah, you just want to make firepower in short order, but he needs to find that Zest. Here he comes now, beat for beat. Blade for nothing in response so far. Jimmy 8% away, and Zest gets shut down. Jimmy will find the overclock on the kill from Zest. Doesn't even need to pull through just yet, but Charge, they should be looking to chase down the rest of the Fusion as much cleanup as possible, and if they can get that without expending more ultimates, that would be ideal.
Early poke does so much to make sure that Zest is cowed into submission in his position with the blade, and then can only sheepishly move forward and ask, please, miss. Surveys all under his thumb, the king of the battlefield with a rail in hand, yes, but no main tank to protect them. Fury has fallen down, a disengagement, and they need to stay on the bot now. AimGod down, and Krong is playing the bodyguard. The Rampage is good to go. If anyone dares to set their foot upon Timothy Smythe for Thirst's land, they will be ridden down by the Royal Knights of the Krong Collective. The Rampage not needed, and Guangzhou Charge will find themselves a ticket to a match. Ones when you're in a 4 versus 5, you've got to try and leverage the advantages that you have. Jimmy tries to cover the escape using that shot. Oh my goodness, it's Jimmy, he's back. Zest sent away. You're in timeout, kid. A chase here from Fury. Yes, it's brutal. And it's going to be the knife delivered by hand this time. And now the throw from Fury sends Xerneas away. And Philadelphia Fusion, yes, they did lose control of the point to win one fight. And Carpe, your overclock means nothing to Krong. Fury cloven asunder by the Carnage, and yes, Zest has arrived, but there's nothing in his pockets. It's just lint and sadness as he watches from afar with a tear in his eye. I'm sorry, Bad Pachamari. The Uno reverse is strong, and AimGod can't get the knockback that he wants. The Inspire's not got the uptime demanded. Fixer comes in to try and remove Jimmy from the playing field, but Jimmy just turns him into Railgun Charge. And Zest arrives just in time to be recycled by Guangzhou Charge.
To die twice in the same fight, unfortunately.
Made from a box of scraps in a cave! versus Philadelphia Fusion. Fury looks for the opening, but AimGod's already gone.
It's over.
Down to the bottom of Lijiang Tower. There's nothing to bring it back now. It's all crying. It's Krong who finishes it. The man who got so thoroughly dived on Paraíso comes back with a vengeance. Guangzhou Charge have made Philadelphia Fusion look foolish.
Hitting a charge shot against a target no larger than Womprat. The Rebels do indeed block.